Welcome to a short presentation by Steve Devan of New Direction Wealth Management. The investment I'm going to talk about here is one of land development in the Cayman Islands, a group of islands whose government has long pursued policies that have created the ideal conditions for a truly lucrative and worthwhile land and property investment. Sometimes I think that when a property investment is offered in a beautiful location, then quite often the marketing people are tempted to create a glossy video, perhaps with dreamy background music, showing the sun, the sea, the glorious beaches and the fantastic lifestyle. But let's be honest, even though that would be more pleasing on the eyes and ears, when it actually comes to investing your hard-earned cash, it is really the hard facts and figures that you need to see. And that is, of course, because we all know that investing in land and property will rarely bring you guarantees of future value and profit, even in beautiful locations. And that is, of course, because future values will be determined by market forces and demand. But generally, we will accept this because owners of property in most parts of the UK will be well aware that property values can go down as well as go up. But we can increase our chances of finding that good investment through thorough research rather than acting on hunches and sentiment. Yes, we need to find the right location, of course, but it needs to be at the right time. It needs to be the right opportunity, and it needs to be offered by the right partners. Maybe we will start our research by looking at the overall situation in the country that we are considering. What is the government's general attitude, for example, to investment by outsiders and foreigners? How robust is the legal system, and on what fundamentals is it based? And how stable is the financial environment in the country that we are considering? Would you feel comfortable, for example, buying land in Greece or Turkey or Portugal at the moment? And does the tax culture have a positive or a negative effect on investment? We would need to look at the infrastructure. Is the local transport and road system effective, and are there sufficient international transport links in place? Are energy, water supplies and telecommunications and the internet available? And are they efficient? And is the infrastructure being continually improved and updated? Of course, we would need to look at the land ownership itself. Is it fully owned, or is it encumbered by debt? Who owns the land? Have they dealt with the government agencies responsibly and correctly? Has full due diligence been carried out? And is that information available to you as the investor? And of course, if you want to build on that land, is there planning permission in place, and are the usual household utilities assured? When we look at the investment opportunity itself, have you been offered guarantees of income and capital growth? If so, look at it very carefully, as income and growth can rarely be guaranteed without many checks and balances built in. And this is not so simple to do with a straightforward land asset, because as we know, the value will depend on the demand and the markets. So if there are such guarantees offered to you, make sure that they are fully backed up. Of course, we should assess the market conditions, as it is these that will affect the future values of your investment. What is the tourist situation like both currently and looking into the future? Is there a thriving business community and maybe a thriving financial sector? Is the land freely available now, or is it in scarce supply? All these factors, of course, will affect your future investment. Well, I am pleased to say that the opportunity in the Cayman Islands will pass all of the tests on all of those criteria that I've just been speaking about. Every single one. Obviously, I can't cover everything now in this presentation, but let's just take a quick look at some of the supporting facts and evidence. The Cayman Islands has a very stable democratic government who have fully recognised the tremendous opportunity that they have with their small group of islands. And this means that they have embarked on many medium and long-term projects, the type that are often ignored by short-term thinking governments elsewhere. There is already an excellent infrastructure on the islands, but they are still heavily investing in an effort to improve it, including, for example, £50 million on the small island of Cayman alone. This is an island of only 15 square miles. These islands already have international airports, and both are having their capacity upgraded and modernised. The Cayman Islands are only about 480 miles away from Miami in the USA, so American tourists can fly to the Cayman Islands in less than an hour. The government knows that their biggest opportunity lies with bringing in foreign investment, and consequently, far from discouraging foreign ownership, they welcome it and encourage it through some very friendly property laws. The Cayman Islands are a British overseas territory and are run under UK common law, so there are no surprises or odd rules. The laws have been established under long-standing principles, and they even drive on the correct side of the road. And of course by that I mean they drive on the left. We have spoken about the market conditions, and these islands seem to thrive without being unduly affected by the economic conditions elsewhere. For example, in the first 6 months of 2012, economic growth was up by 1.2%, and in 2011 the property values increased by over 5.5%. The local currency is the 9th strongest currency in the world, and GDP per capita is around $49,000. Now, what does that really mean? Well, GDP per capita is the amount of money that a country makes per head of population. And here's a table drawn up by the IMF which ranks countries in order of their GDP per capita. But the Cayman Islands isn't actually an independent country, so it doesn't appear on this table, but if it had been a normal country, then it would appear around about 5th or 6th. So the Cayman Islands is obviously producing wealth, but the government is also backing projects that will have a real positive effect on the value of your land and property, and these include the continued development of the financial sector, which is already the 5th largest in the world. There is no income tax or capital gains tax on the island, and by proper financial structuring it can be an exceptionally tax efficient environment for the investor. Another project is the new Cayman Enterprise Centre, which will bring in 9,800 jobs, and in context, the current population on the islands is only 52,000. It's also going to be the new medical facility, which will bring in healthcare tourism, attracting between 4,000 and 6,000 extra visitors a week. This is costing over $2 billion and will provide another 20,000 jobs. There is the continuing development of the Cayman Bay Town Centre, which is also producing a massive boost to the islands. And tourism in general is increasing very healthily. Currently air passengers are up by 7.5% year on year, and cruise ship passengers are approaching 1 million a year as well. This opportunity comes from our partners in the Cayman Islands, Oasis Land Development, but they are a UK company based in Cheshire, and they are members of the Association of International Property Professionals, which is a UK-based organisation. They are highly experienced and respected in the Cayman Islands, and they take great pride in what they feel here is a genuine investment opportunity. Very importantly, they own all of the land that's on offer to you, the investor. But they don't just sell you the land and then disappear, because as you will see shortly, they remain very hands-on, ensuring that their expertise and knowledge is there to guide you throughout and beyond any purchase or investment. Oasis do not offer guaranteed returns or special or gimmicky schemes in an attempt to encourage you to invest. The investments are simple, straightforward and transparent. Currently, the minimum investment required is around £49,000 for a 12,000 square foot plot on the island of Little Cayman, but they do go as high as £250,000 for a larger plot on the island of Grand Cayman. Now, I have said that Oasis will be there to help you throughout. For example, if you want to maximise profit or income, you will probably consider developing your plot of land, and if you choose to do so, then Oasis can help you all the way through if you wish. They can provide you with full architectural drawings from a range of pre-approved luxury villas to perfectly suit your land. They and their partners will assist you in optimising the positioning of the actual property on the land for the best outlook and view, and will provide you with professional construction documentation. And, if you wish, they can also provide you with 0% finance over a number of years. After the construction is completed, their partners in the Cayman Islands will be there on hand to ensure that you then get maximum rental income thereafter. If you want to cash in on the profit that you've made and sell on the land and property, then again Oasis with their partners will be on hand to help you in every way possible. They can provide you with a valuable mini website which is estimated to be worth between £1,000 and £2,000, and they will also provide you with access to their wide network of real estate professionals to find you a buyer as quickly as possible. But it is important to remember here that Oasis act with total transparency, and there is no guarantee of profit on the resale, nor can we guarantee timescales. It is purely down to the market forces. I believe it is of particular comfort that a number of UK regulated pension administrators have recognised this investment in the Cayman Islands as being suitable for investing via a SIP or a self-invested personal pension. This means that just about anyone with a pension scheme could consider investing in this land opportunity. The pension scheme would first need to be transferred into a SIP, but sometimes valuable benefits can be lost in doing so, and so it may not be the right thing to do, and because of this a proper assessment should be made by a pension specialist. But most types of pension can be transferred, so if you have a pension that you have maybe given up on because it has done poorly, or you just want to consider diversifying into something other than normal pension funds, then we can put you in touch with a regulated pension advisor who will fully assess your situation and then give you advice on whether it would be right for you. Everything about the Cayman Islands points to opportunity and success. Lifestyle in these almost crime-free islands is quite honestly opulent and cosseted, and the people that live there, it is said, are the most privileged population in the world. Now, I am not using this phrase lightly, but sometimes we just have to acknowledge that we can come across an investment that just seems right, and I think that this is one of them. If you'd like to take things further, maybe by looking at some more information, or perhaps just chatting to us on the phone, or if you'd like to arrange a meeting, then please contact us via phone, email, or via our website, the details of which you can see here. I hope that I have helped you to appreciate just how this investment might just be right for you, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you very much for watching.